As much as I'd like to, my iPad hasn't replaced my Mac, but over the years, it's replaced way more than I expected. There are things that I can only do on my iPad now, and others I wouldn't even try. So here are 5 different ways my iPad has replaced my Mac, and 3 where it absolutely hasn't. Handling documents is one of my favorite ways to use an iPad for. There's just something about using an iPad as an iPad and not a potential laptop replacement. Using an iPad for iPad-like things, for tablet-like things, is such a joy to use. Apple calls the iPad this magical sheet of glass, and I truly believe exactly that. I handle documents and PDFs on a daily basis, from sponsorship documents, from briefs, to even the scripts of these videos. And I love the fact that I have a device that I can hold these documents and read them. The iPad is simply incredible at doing things like this. And just the fact that you can grab your Apple Pencil and start highlighting and marking up and annotating PDFs, just like on a standard piece of paper, is amazing. And that's something that the Mac doesn't have. Just the fact that I can be a little bit more rough with my iPad, bring it to way many more places. When I'm filming outdoors, I can grab my iPad, read my script, and grab my Apple Pencil and highlight and change things on the go is something that, sure, I can obviously do that on the Mac, but it feels way much more intuitive and easier to do on iPad. Now look, I love editing photos on my iPhone and on my Mac, but there's also something about editing your photos on a 12.9-inch iPad Pro that feels extremely different. Being able to make adjustments with your finger and seeing those changes and seeing those adjustments live on such a large screen is definitely the best way to edit photos. When you grab your Apple Pencil and start doing masks and truly getting precise in your photo editing is also something I adore. Now, I edit all of my photos with Adobe Lightroom, and I do have to say the Adobe Lightroom app on the iPad has gotten so freaking good. From their generative AI remove tool, to their simple toggles, to my presets, to even their very advanced masking, which can select the subject, the sky, the background. It's just truly a joy to do all of that on the iPad. I'd say doing things like photo editing on the Mac feels more like a process, and on the iPad it feels like simple gestures that feel very natural to you. The next reason I love my iPad for is definitely entertainment. And this is one killer feature on the iPad rather than on the Mac. Sure, you can watch entertainment on your Mac. Sure, you can watch movies, series, YouTube videos, pure entertainment on the Mac. But just the fact that you can hold, once again, a 13-inch display that is massive on the palm of your hands, when you're traveling, when you're in your bed and your couch, it definitely feels very immersive, not even with just the display, but with the incredible speakers that any iPad has today, especially the iPad Pro. The Mac can definitely not compete with that. If we talk about the iPad Pro, it's gotten so freaking thin. The colors of the XDR display has gotten so good that it's made me want to use my iPad so much more for just entertainment. Something that I'm a big fan of is YouTube Premium, and something that I always do when I travel, and it's something that I cannot do with my Apple Vision Pro. It's just the fact that with YouTube Premium, I can download offline videos. So when I'm at the airplane, I can download a bunch of videos that I've been wanting to watch for the longest time, because on my daily days, I get so busy. So when I go on an airplane, when I go on a business trip, it's a very unique moment that I have with my iPad, catching up to all my favorite YouTubers, content creators, and even my favorite shows in this extremely thin device is definitely very unique. I'd also describe the iPad as a creativity machine for me. Now, sure, the Mac is definitely where I do all of my heavy work, but the iPad is definitely the device for me that allows to be the most creative. Just the fact that it's the device that I can use my hands with. It doesn't matter if it's with my physical hands or with a pencil. One of my favorite features on the iPad is definitely the ability that I can simply tap on my lock screen and simply start typing away. From sketching a simple thumbnail idea to brainstorming a business with a mind map really easily. Just the fact that I can have access to digital paper by simply a tap on the lock screen, and that can send you directly to typing away. Tapping the lock screen to go to instant notes is a game changer for me. And sure, the Mac has certain apps that allow you to be very creative, but it doesn't even come close to what the iPad can do because it's a touchscreen, because you've got the pencil. My favorite creativity app on the iPad is definitely Apple Freeform. I made an entire video on how you can make it really useful for you, going over the most useful tips and tricks, but I use Freeform for a bunch of different things. Whenever I have a big idea or a small idea, I've even recently started sketching my thumbnail ideas on Apple Freeform, so then I can give this to my thumbnail designer, and he has a way much better view and understanding on what I'm thinking for my thumbnail. I've even done freeform boards for interior design, for entire mind maps of my business. Now, even though the iPad feels like a notebook, like paper, the screen doesn't feel like actual paper. And here's where today's sponsor comes in. Paperlike. Paperlike is a screen protector that makes your iPad feel like you're writing on a piece of paper, using its nano dots texture and consistent friction, the one that your hand expects when you're writing or drawing. It feels more like premium paper than glass, but it still stays ultra responsive. Now, Paperlike introduced this butterfly application system, takes care of alignment and dust, and this helper tool, which helps from cleaning the screen to sliding the layers and pushing the air out of the bubble. No matter if you're a student, an artist, or you simply want your iPad to feel like paper, I'll definitely leave the Paperlike 3 down below in the description. It is truly a game changer for your iPad. Now, the next reason I love my iPad for might sound a little bit basic, but I love using my iPad like an iPad. But once again, it's really using the iPad for iPad-like things. Things like reading, email, and web browsing is something that once again feels incredibly to hold in the palm of your hand. Sitting in your couch and scrolling through the web, reading articles and checking your email. This is true iPad territory. It feels closer to paper than a computer. In this case, if I need information, not productivity, I use an iPad. I love sitting down and reading articles and the news. And once again, the Magic Keyboard is amazing at turning your iPad into a laptop-like replacement. I personally love using an iPad without the keyboard most of the time because that's why I've got a Mac for. And sometimes I go on the weekend or on a trip where I only bring my iPad, and I'll obviously bring my Magic Keyboard with me. And I'll often reply to emails with my iPad. And I'll do basic iPad-like things. Now, once again, you can obviously scroll through the web on your Mac. You can obviously reply to emails on your Mac, but doing in a touch-based experience is just a chef's kiss. Now, before I tell you the 3 things my iPad has not replaced my Mac for, let me give you my 5th reason on why I love my iPad so much, and it's the iPad acting like a display. I use this accessory from 12 South, not sponsored, but I just love it so much because it basically transforms my iPad into a little display. I use this for a couple of different reasons. You can move it around in any angle you want. And I usually have this right behind this right here, right behind my camera. And I put my script right next to the camera so I can have this little teleprompter. And that allows me to read through my script while I talk on camera. I've been using this accessory for years now, and it's truly a game changer for me for filming these videos. You can obviously use the hoverbar for so many more things like working out and having a fitness video while you work out with the hoverbar. I'll also use my iPad as a secondary screen from my Mac. So I'll basically use macOS on my iPad. I'll have both of them side by side. And since I've got the 13-inch iPad, you've got this massive secondary Mac display that helps you get this desktop environment. In good Wi-Fi conditions, it's also very snappy and very, very reliable. All right, here's where the iPad has not replaced my Mac for. And I don't mean these reasons as a bad thing. I've come to the conclusion that I do not want my iPad to replace my Mac. I love using my Mac for certain things, and I love using my iPad for certain things. I like that both devices have their different personalities. I love that the iPad is app-based and that the Mac is file-based. I love that macOS has gotten so good with their gestures with the trackpad. And I like the fact that the iPad has its own touch-based gestures. So I do not use an iPad for video editing. That has not replaced my Mac experience. And yes, I've tried out Final Cut Pro on the iPad and it's amazing. But just the fact that my entire team does edit with Final Cut on the Mac, I cannot open those Final Cut Mac files on the iPad. For serious projects, I'll obviously use the Mac as of right now. Maybe in future updates, Apple will change my mind. And Final Cut Pro on the iPad is extremely capable to do video editing. I'm not saying that, but just for my workflow, for my production work, I do not use an iPad for video editing. And that comes to my 2nd reason, which is also kind of connecting, and that is file management. Now look, the Files app has been massively improved with iPadOS 26, but there's something about files on the Mac that just does it right. And look, I just said that the Mac is file-based and that the iPad is app-based. When you go through the OS on the iPad, you open an app first and then you can open the file. On the Mac, you open a file and then the app opens. And that's generally the big difference between both devices. And that's one thing that the Mac cannot replace my iPad for. File management. For complex projects, that difference truly matters. Which comes to my 3rd reason. My everyday machine, as soon as I come to the studio and I start working, my main machine is my yellow iMac. That's where my brain goes for my serious workflow. And it's not that my iMac has something that the iPad can't do. I feel like honestly, any feature can be done in any device, even on an iPhone. But the iMac for me, for my everyday hardcore tasks, for my main computer, the Mac is still the center of my workflow. The iPad didn't replace my Mac for me. It replaced the moments when I didn't want to use one. The Mac is still my workstation, and the iPad is everything around it. I hope that made sense. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. If you want a full in-depth video about iPad versus Mac, and whether you're thinking of buying one device, you can make a clear decision there. Or if you want an iPad and you don't know which one to buy, this video will help you out, and I'll catch you in a next one. Peace.